When Iran shows a missile, it often wants you to see the mountain around it too. That is because the missile is only half the weapon. The other half is the tunnel, the rock, and the uncertainty. For years, Iran has built underground bases, missile cities, drone caves, and hidden launch complexes designed to survive the first blow. Some store ballistic missiles. Some hide naval strike craft. Some are so secret their exact locations are still unclear. And in war, those tunnels become one of the hardest military problems on Earth, finding out what is still usable underground. Today, we go inside the mountain tunnels protecting Iran's missiles. Iran's missile strategy grew around the belief that survivable retaliation matters as much as offensive range. Reuters says Iran sees ballistic missiles as an important deterrent and retaliatory force against the United States. Reuters says Iran's ballistic missiles are said by Tehran to have ranges up to 2,000 kilometers. Missiles became central because Iran could not rely on a modern air force like major Western powers. Underground basing reduces exposure to surveillance and pre-emptive strikes today, now directly still here. Mountain terrain gives Iran natural cover, depth, and multiple concealed entrances for military facilities today. A hidden missile that can launch later may still deter an attacker even before combat begins. Iran's tunnel program is meant to complicate strike planning by technologically superior opponents today now. Reuters says Iran has unveiled several underground missile cities over the years today now directly. Reuters says one underground drone base was described by Iranian state media as being in the heart. Reuters reported an Iranian TV correspondent described a 45-minute helicopter flight from Kermanshah to a secret. Multiple portals and valleys make it difficult to know which entrances are active or decoys. Underground facilities depend on concealed logistics routes as much as buried chambers today now directly. Attackers do not just face a bunker door, but the shape and thickness of the mountain above. Mountain bases create uncertainty because confirming destruction is far harder than striking a visible target. The most important signatures are often roads, spoil piles, blast doors, and repeated maintenance activity rather than distributed underground design means one successful strike may not disable the whole complex today now. Mountain sighting can protect assets while still keeping launch routes oriented toward regional targets today. Reuters footage from Iranian unveilings has shown long rows of missiles inside cement-walled underground galleries. Large underground bases rely on segmented protection, so a hit or fire does not instantly cripple everything. Underground storage protects both the missiles and the timing of any future launch today now. Keeping missiles underground still requires constant inspection, humidity control, and handling discipline today now directly. Branching galleries help bases keep options open if one route is damaged or blocked today. A working missile base needs communications and control nodes protected as carefully as the launchers themselves. Sustained underground operations require power, air circulation, and internal transport systems beyond the missiles alone. Reuters reported one naval missile city included electronic warfare equipment such as radar, monitoring, simulation, and disruption. A missile city works only if crews can move warheads, components, and support gear underground efficiently. Reuters says Iran's missile program is supplemented by cruise missiles and drones, as well as ballistic missiles. Iran's arsenal includes short and medium-range ballistic missiles used as a regional deterrent today. IS says solid propellant missiles reduce launch preparation time from hours to minutes compared with liquid-fueled. IS says Iran has been moving away from reliance on liquid-fueled missiles towards solid propellant systems. IS says canisterized solid missiles can offer better protection and more basing options today now. IS identifies missiles like Zulfiqar and Desval as candidates for canisterized or protected basing today. Reuters says Iran unveiled the Khaybar-Shekin missile with a stated range of 1,450 kilometers in 2022. Reuters reported an underground naval base with vessels capable of launching cruise missiles today now. Reuters said one underground infrastructure site struck in 2026 stored ballistic missiles and missiles intended for use. Underground basing aims to expose launchers for the shortest possible time before firing today now. IS notes many Fade series missiles are slant-launch rather than vertically launched today now. IS says launch preparation can drop from hours for liquid missiles to minutes for solid propellants. Canisterized missiles help preserve readiness and protect the missile before launch today now directly still. The faster a missile can move from tunnel to launch, the harder it is to destroy on. IS analysis of one site suggested launch direction and local topography matter for how a buried system. A missile city may keep reloads or additional rounds behind the immediate launch area to sustain salvos. Tunnel warfare is built around limiting the enemy's chance to find and hit exposed launch equipment. Attackers may have to waste weapons on suspected launch routes because real firing points are hard to. Reuters reported Iran unveiled an underground naval missile base in January 2025 today, now directly. Reuters said Iranian state television described that naval base as built at a depth of 500 meters. Reuters said Revolutionary Guards Chief Hossein Salami visited the naval base during war games today. Reuters said the tunnel showed long rows of Tehran-class radar evading speedboats that could launch crews. Reuters said Salami described the showcase naval base as one of several built underground today. Reuters said Iran showed an underground drone base in 2022 with about 100 drones in the heart. Reuters said state TV showed a Babel 5 drones fitted with Keem 9 missiles at the underground drone. Reuters said Iranian television described the drone site as several hundred meters underground today now. Reuters reported the TV correspondent said blindfolds were only removed after arrival at the secret base. Reuters says Iran often releases footage of underground bases without disclosing their exact location today. These reveal enough to impress audiences, but usually keep crucial targeting information concealed today now. Reuters said a 2025 underground naval base unveiling came amid tensions with the United States and Israel. Reuters noted the January 2025 unveiling happened 2 days before Donald Trump's second term began. Reuters said the underground drone base report came during tensions tied to tanker seizures and nuclear diplomacy. Reuters said one naval missile city footage package emphasized radar and disruption gear as much as missiles. Reuters quoted Hossein Salami, saying footage showed only a small section of the Guard's larger missile capability. These unveilings reassure Iranian audiences that key military assets can survive attack today now directly. The less an adversary knows about the full network, the more resources it must allocate against it. A missile tunnel complex matters only if commanders can communicate with it during attack today. Underground bases still depend on some external communications architecture that must be concealed or hardened. Reuters said one underground naval missile city had radar, monitoring, simulation, and disruption equipment today. Deep facilities require backup power because external electricity cannot be assumed in wartime today now. Long-term occupation underground demands air and environmental support systems, as well as weapons storage. Missile cities need underground movement systems because many missiles and launchers are too large to handle manually. The internal defense of a tunnel complex matters because one sabotage team can threaten a very dense. Survivability improves when command functions are split across more than one protected chamber today now. A tunnel system protects missiles only if crews can operate it continuously and under pressure. Reuters said Israel first hit hundreds of Iranian missile launchers above ground in the opening phase of. Reuters said the war entered a second phase focused on attacking ballistic missile sites buried deep underground. Reuters reported Israel said it struck an underground site used to store ballistic missiles and missiles intended. Reuters said estimates of Iran's missile stockpile varied widely from roughly 2,500 to around 6,000 before the. Destroying launchers and destroying the missiles themselves are not the same military problem today now. Reuters said officials believed declining Iranian launches might reflect both successful strikes and Iranian efforts to conserve. Reuters reported Iran continued attacking even after heavy U.S. and Israeli strikes, proving buried capability still mattered. Israeli officials acknowledged the last portion of Iran's launch capacity would be harder to eliminate. The second phase of the war highlighted that mountain tunnels were built precisely for this moment. Attackers often focus on tunnel entrances because reaching every underground chamber directly is far harder. A buried missile can still be neutralized temporarily if crews cannot reach or move it. Disabling roads and portals can make underground stores operationally useless even if some missiles survive inside. An inaccessible missile may matter little in the short term even if it still physically exists. Reuters says one of the main challenges is not knowing how many missiles were underground and accessible. Reuters quoted Donald Trump saying even a 1% surviving missile threat could be unacceptable for large ships. Reuters quoted a senior U.S. official saying it may never be possible to know Iran's underground missile. The fight against underground missile bases depends on methodical repeated attacks and intelligence fusion today. When mountains cannot be fully destroyed, wars often become contests over who can use the entrances and Reuters reported U.S. intelligence could only confirm about 1/3 of Iran's missile arsenal destroyed by late. Reuters said another third was believed to be damaged, destroyed, or buried in underground tunnels and bunkers. Reuters said most of Iran's missiles might be destroyed or inaccessible, yet Tehran still retained a significant. Reuters said Iran may be able to recover some buried or damaged missiles once fighting stops. Reuters said more than 335 launchers were neutralized, representing 70% of launch capacity according to Israeli officials. Reuters cited expert Nicole Grajewski saying Iran may still have retained about 30% of its missile. Reuters cited Grajewski saying Iran had more than a dozen large underground facilities for launchers and missiles. Reuters quoted Pete Hegseth saying Iran, like Hamas in Gaza, had poured resources into tunnels and rockets. Underground arsenals resist clean accounting because buried, inaccessible, damaged, and destroyed are not the same thing. As long as outsiders cannot confidently count what survives underground, the tunnels continue to influence strategy. Iran's tunnel complexes matter because they shape military planning across the entire region today now. A hidden force can deter not by perfect invulnerability, but by preserving uncertainty about what survives. Underground arsenals force enemies to think about bunker busters, repeat strikes, and expensive target sets. Mountain tunnels can drain an opponent by demanding repeated high-end strike efforts against uncertain results. A missile trapped underground today may still serve deterrence if it could be recovered tomorrow. Surface launchers wage the opening battle, but hidden reserves can shape the length and terms of the. Iran expanded the tunnel concept beyond ballistic missiles into naval and drone warfare today now. Iran uses both secrecy and spectacle to turn underground bases into psychological weapons today now. Modern regional war is increasingly about access denial to buried systems rather than only surface destruction. Every major strike campaign encourages further hardening, redundancy, and concealment in the next generation of tunnel bases. Inside Iran's mountain tunnels is really the story of how geography becomes deterrence today now. The missiles matter, but the rock around them is what keeps them strategically relevant today. The hidden power of Iran's missile force lies not only in what it can fire, but in.